So, me being reckless, I broke the handle on this shovel, but thankfully, like most times, it broke right on the edge because that's where all the force is applied, because you apply the force, but this is essentially the pivot because wood is obviously not as strong as steel, so that's where it generally snaps off. So it's inside there, and what I'll do is I'll just hollow out the inside there of what's still there, and then I'll whittle down the end of this with a spoke shave and it'll fit like a glove. So to remove the handle that's stuck in, it probably comes to about here. Normally there's rivets which go through the handle, which are really annoying to take off because you have to cut off the top of the rivet and then try to whack it through, but this shovel has already been fixed, so there's just 2 screws which hold the remaining handle in. So hopefully I'll remove the screws and then I should, technically sort of speaking, just be able to pull out the piece of handle that's still there. So let's see how that goes. That's just spinning. So my genius is struck and this should sort of maybe work. We'll see. Let's see. Sort of came out there. Aye, now it's loose enough that I can round it by hand. There we go, very rotten in there. Same sort of story. There we go. So now the wood is only held in there by used to be held in by compression, so now it's held in by friction? I don't know, I suppose. Yeah, friction. I've got the big guns out, and it's because the drill I have, it is powerful enough, but I don't want to burn it out too quickly, so for big jobs I use the big boy. So I'm just going to see how much I can drill out of it here. Let's see. And switch it to drill mode. But up here I didn't tighten it enough on the chuck. Well, that went like a dream. Just went straight through it. Look at that. Straight through like a dream. See if we can get something hooked in there. Hook around the bottom and then pull it out. The Allen key is the closest thing to what I'm looking for. So let's see how this works. Can't grip it very well with these. Just try bare hand here. There we go, that works actually. I've realised I can just drive a small screw in and then pull on that. That should work. Let's see how this works. There we go, excellent. So the best thing about this method is that you can still use the old broken handle for the shovel or brush or grate or whatever you're fixing. The only downside is that you have to shave off maybe 4-ish inches off the length of the shaft to put back in to the sleeve, and that's about it. It's fairly simple, so let's get to it. So for this we're going to use my favourite tool, which is the spoke shave, and it's because it cuts really well and it's so fun to use. That's why I love it. So if we set a depth, say about here, there say, just start, pull it up, and that's it, and you just keep going around, pulling up, and it just shaves off wee shavings and tapers down into the size you want. So every so often you just check the fit and see what it's like. So the moment it's what, maybe 2 inches in, and it's a bit tight, and I know it's loose here, which means I need to take more off the nose, and then it might go in another inch, and you just keep trying until you get it as deep as you want. So I've got the fit about as tight as I think I want it. So here we go, on nice and tight there. It wiggles a wee bit, but I think when I slam down on it, it'll go in nice and tight, and it's in that deep. So if I take off that now, that's a good, what, 4-ish inches? So to get the sleeve or shaft in as tight as you can, just put it in where you want it, as such, and then just slam down basically. And you want to get it in as tight as you can. Get the mallet. So now it's nice and tight, and theoretically would actually do the job, because anytime you're shoveling you're always pushing on the top of the handle, and that is just pushing it further and further in. But just to hold it in place, I'm going to add 2 screws. So here we have the shovel all done, and the handle's actually at a good length, so much for scooping and scraping and what, and it's nice and strong. There we go, not breaking on me. So that's it all done. I do lots of other things. I fixed a window, fixed a knife, did a post box, all sorts. So if you want to see any of that, just click down below.